Victory! Victory!
The world could always use more heroes.
優が我が敵を食らう。
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Overwatch OCCScrims. I'm Alex, and I'm joined with Loudtrex and Crunchbite tonight. How are you doing, guys?
Oh, dude, doing fantastic today.
Absolutely having the time of my life right here.
Awesome. So tonight's a pretty special night. We have a special guest with us tonight, Chris Ramsey. Hi, Chris.
Hi, what's going on?
So Chris, you are a YouTuber, a magician. Can you tell us a bit more about what you do?
Yeah, I'm a magician who basically uploads YouTube videos. I solve a lot of puzzles as well and that type of thing. So you might have a lot of my fan base has seen me for the puzzle videos because those things have taken off quite a bit. But yeah,
Oh, yes.
tonight we're overwatching.
Yes.
And I'm really glad to have you on the channel. You know, it's really nice to see you wanting to come in and really try out this kind of like team environment, which I always feel like is very different compared to what you really see. We were talking about this prior to this. You definitely see that difference. You feel something else.
100%. Yeah, comp is comp is fun and all. It can be, but it's just a whole different game when you're playing in a team that's well organized and has actual tactics.
Yeah, man, absolutely. So, I mean, what do you expect in that? I mean, you're going against Monarch. Monarch is, at least within our circle, one of the better plat teams. So, I mean, what are you feeling?
I mean, honestly, I have no idea. I thought the synergy was pretty good last night during practice. We ran, a ton of quick play and just really played well. Good communication. So, I mean, I expect the same from the other team. Just hopefully, we can pull the win.
All right, Crunch, you got anything for him?
The one thing that I was really curious about, because after seeing a ton of your videos and after seeing a lot of what you do, what is one of the hardest magic tricks that you have come across, and to you it's still like one of the most difficult ones to like actually master?
Most of the magic tricks that I do, I mean, before I go and perform them, let's say on camera, I've probably performed them off camera a lot. That being said, I would say the hardest thing that I do is probably just jazz it. So show up and ask them what they want to see, and sort of if they have a phone on them or they want to see a card thing or whatever they want, and I just sort of try to cater to that because it keeps me on my toes.
So it's just the surprise factor that makes it a lot more difficult. It's not just there's one particular one that's a little bit more frustrating than the others. It's that one little click or anything like that.
Yeah, no, I mean, card stuff, in general, you want to get it down before, magic tricks in general, you want to get it down before you show somebody anyways, not to ruin the experience. So most of it, I have a lot of practice before I go perform.
Very nice. All right. Thank you so much, man.
Yeah.
Alrighty, man. Well, we're about to go ahead and get started. Go ahead and head back to your team chat, and we'll be seeing your fans rooting for you here in the chat. So,
all right.
I wish you the
Sounds
best of luck,
good.
man. We'll see how it turns out.
Thank you. All right, cheers.
All right, everybody. So we're gonna go and get started in just a minute. But first of all, Crunch, tell us a bit about what do you expect? What do you want to see?
For this evening, I really like to see a lot of just dedicated players doing three things. 1, ult management. 2, proper communications, and 3, team coordination. And from there, it's just making sure to follow up with those kind of movements and that kind of retrospect to the point of you guys are having the clear communication to establish what needs to be done, how to take down the targets as needed, capture the objective as quickly as possible, and making sure to keep pushing forward without having to use that many ultimates in regard to the next fight.
Right. And what about you, Loudtrex?
Ooh, that's the thing. Kind of going into this, I really feel like it's going to be a lot of it's going to be a real big DPS struggle. Sick Foch and Eternal play like they did last week. Oof, man, that's going to be tough. They were playing really well together. They were just timing a lot of their stuff. So, I mean, can OSA handle it? You know what I mean? I think that's going to be really the question that we're going to see answer tonight. So,
right. So, real quick before we start, for the Chris fans, I see a few Chris fans in the chat. The team he's playing with tonight is OSA. You're going to be seeing him, I believe, on healer, but I'm not quite sure. So let's see what he can do.
Alrighty, and we're going straight into Volskaya Industries 2CP. What do you think they're going to be running out here, Crunchbite?
Two biggest things that I would definitely like to see out here for definitely attack and defense is either the goat strat or the Roadhog Orisa shield busting combination. From there, Goats can easily just establish itself because of how fast you can get through the tight choke, immediately establish that presence on the point, and then reset, transition right back to the second point, and easily capture with less than 6 minutes on the clock. But from there, the other one is always Shield Buster. Roadhog with Orisa combo always busts through as many shields as possible. And it's not so much that you want to make sure that the Zarya gets fully charged, it's that the Zarya gets fully charged to the point where she can't really put up that much pressure because of how much damage the Reinhardt shield is taking. Reinhardt shield breaks immediately, and from there they have to keep waiting and resetting because of how much damage is being pumped right into the team.
You had to go to Goats first? That was your first choice? Like,
Goats is amazing on this map. It's
I know.
stopping the immediate action of, oh, we need to hold up at this one choke, and you can immediately move to the point, which is a wide open space where it can easily take that kind of choke. And from there, a lot of people immediately want to paint in the back right, just where the big mega health pack is, and you can just immediately assert your dominance quickly, effectively, and above all else, without having to use as many abilities to get there.
Alrighty, and it looks like the teams are going to go ahead and set up Bunny Chan on his trademark Ryan. Well, he's actually on the tank. Mew Kitty going to go ahead and mirror him. We're going to be seeing Chris as Slate on the Moira, and here they go. The first match is underway. Sick Botch up at the top in the skies, trying to be annoying, but Zentoxin trying to gain the high ground just as well. Looks like they're trying to figure out what angle they're going to go ahead and charge in through. The rest of OSA kind of grouping up, getting in, and here comes the initial charge. Massive might be in a very bad spot, but manages to get into the room safely. Bunny Chan trying to swing out, but it doesn't look like anything's going to be done. Monarch backing up, trying to play a little bit smart, but OSA using that high ground to try to capture what they need. Tinsy getting taken out by Sick Fodge. This is going to be relatively difficult. And Toxin tries to put a little bit of pressure on Sick Fodge, but that might not be enough. Bunny Chan with the heavy hit on Slate, and it looks like OSA is going to be taken out, going in for a hard reset. 3 minutes and 10 seconds on the clock. What do you got here for us, Crunch?
Biggest thing is that the presence of running a Goats comp is that you do not want to take these fights in the tight corridors. From there, you want to get it to where you can have as much open objective as possible. Even if there's a Pharah diving in and just immediately slashing onto your backline, biggest thing that you want to do is making sure that the Brig, Ryan, and Lucio get in that front line of the face of the opposing Ryan, take him down quickly, and then keep focusing down those targets one at a time. Just whoever's right behind that Reinhardt, keep taking that target down one by one by one.
Sick Fodge still throwing shots up from up top as Eternal builds himself a forward position, looking for a quick and easy pick. Oh, and Justice comes from above, takes out two, and this could be another tight position here for OSA, considering the retreat, but meeting Eternal, and Eternal just extremely aggressive, takes out Mew Kitty, and another reset here for OSA. They're going to have some tough times.
Biggest thing is, you gotta make sure that for these kind of team fights, you do not want to take these in these tight corridors, especially with that heavy damage coming from the Pharah and from the Doomfist. From there, all you want to do is just take that presence right to the point and make sure to keep establishing that presence on the objective, so that way they have to fight on your turf, not on theirs.
OSA gearing up for yet another push. They're gonna have a tough time figuring out with Sick Fodge, especially reigning and ruling the skies, as Bunny Chan kind of coming up from behind. The hammer down comes in, and that's going to be powerful. Eternal with the triple kill manages to clear out the rest of the team. Incredible work. The 1-2 punch from Bunny Chan and Eternal. That was incredible.
That kind of team coordination and those kind of team comms definitely lead up to those kind of big follow-ups and those big flashy plays. From there, that's that kind of team coordination that you really want to have whenever you're playing in these situations. Biggest thing for OSA right now, be sure to stop fighting within those tight corridors and keep pushing onto the point. Quit trying to make it to where you can easily take these fights, because the more room that you have, the easier you can have, especially while the objective is counting down.
Alright, Slate getting off of the Moira, switching over to the Torbjorn, maybe seeing if the turret might be able to put a little bit of pressure, but Sick Fodge, just the king of the skies right now, unfortunately pushes up a little too far, realizes that there is a turret, and Eternal gets taken out by Slate. This might be exactly what they need. Sick Fodge trying to get into the back line, and is it going to be able to stop him? The turret manages to do it, and we're seeing more red over blue. Looks like the trade onto the Torbjorn is working. Sycon, the only one left on point, and that's going to be a point A grab. If they can finish it, they do. OSA managing to make it within the last 30 seconds on the clock. Man, break that one down for us, Crunch.
Biggest one is definitely that early pick on Eternal. Definitely had a humongous advantage. That kind of pressure was relieved off of OSA. They immediately were starting to take the fight more onto the objective, and there they were able to establish as their turf rather than it would being Monarch's turf. And from there, they were easily able to just keep getting those picks one by one by one and establish that presence right onto the point.
Oh, and here comes the grab, but it doesn't look like they're capping just about anything. Might have rushed in a little bit too much. OSA losing 2 prior to the start of the fight. And a team kill announced by Athena. OSA going in for a hard reset, 3 minutes and 45 seconds. They are gonna have to really consider it. Monarch is on their game today. Sikvoch extremely frustrating, up into the skies, being able to really just keep most of OSA guessing.
Alright, exactly. From there, you just want it to be that the hit scan can easily be able to get that far right out of the sky as soon as possible, having McCree's hard CC to stop the Doomfist flanking the black line, and from there, definitely having that Torp turret be able to catch out those low targets to be able to get that quick, easy kill and then follow up right onto the point.
Ooh, Sikvoch almost in some serious trouble. Has to go ahead and back out, and Doxson manages to pop flashbang, but doesn't look like he can capitalize on it. Sikvoch taking out Zentoxin, and OSA trying to capitalize, get the high ground. Oh, here comes Slate coming out with the ultimate, but doesn't look like it's going to work. Mew Mew Kitty with a return on the ultimate, but doesn't look like it's going to help. She's going to have to go ahead and back out, gets taken out, and that's going to be another hard reset here for OSA. 2 minutes and 45 seconds on the clock. That was an exact minute-long push. They've got to hurry up and figure out what they're going to get here. This time is not going to last forever.
Biggest thing for them as of right now is just to find out what kind of ultimates they can coordinate with each other, be able to push in on the target just as immediately as possible, and from there using that kind of pressure with the Reinhardt and the Zarya to be sure they build energy for the Zarya, and from there just having the Reinhardt just coming out and swinging to his heart's content.
Slate switching over to the Widowmaker, trying to consider the high ground. Maybe he could take out Sikvoch, maybe not. But somehow this aerial DPS has got to get stopped. Dank Monkey on the Lucio, trying to control the high ground as Eternal manages to GTFO out of there, chasing Zentoxin, and Zentoxin might be in a very bad spot. But manages to get out of there. Slate could be in some issues, and the Moira ult comes straight out from the sun. Another ultimate comes out from Dank Monkey, and now the teams are starting to meet up somewhere in the middle. Mew Mew Kitty's got to be careful, goes in for the charge, but Riddle has the shield. Here comes Zentoxin with the ultimate, takes out Sikvoch. Here comes the Bitter Strike. Oh, manages to take out Zentoxin. That's going to be tough. Another reset. 1 minute and 30 seconds on the clock. Monarch is on it. They are not letting them pass through them. 0 ticks, 1 minute and 30. What you got, man?
Biggest thing as of right now is just with that kind of pressure that you guys can be doing with it, make sure to keep getting for those isolation picks, especially with the McCree Widow combo. It immediately takes Sikvoch out of the fight, either try and take down Lucio or the Doomfist as quickly as possible, follow up with the Reinhardt ultimate, and from there just make sure to keep applying that kind of pressure to the targets that are stunned and those easy targets that can be picked immediately rather than just waiting and waiting for those 3 or 4 picks to immediately move to the point.
And Slate trying to do something against Eternal, but Eternal being he's very lurky right now. Looking for a quick pick, looking for, an easy target, gets spotted by Nassif, might have to go ahead and back out, manages to get out with his life, starting to push his way forward, but he's got to be careful. Sikvoch has got eyes on the sky, really going to make life relatively difficult, and here comes a grab. Is this going to work? And here comes the ultimate, comes out from Tinsy, but is that going to be enough? It's a 1-for-1 trade, looks like it really helped, and another grab comes out. Oh, and we're seeing a pick on Mew Mew Kitty, but Nassif Khan takes out Riddle, and now OSA trying to find ground, trying to make their way in. Zentoxin takes out Eternal, and Sikvoch still has control of the skies, might be able to pick out Tinsy if he's not careful. And now the brawl for the point has just started. Zen taking out Zycon. Here comes the ultimate from the sun, trying to keep the dream alive. This Money Chan takes out Nassif. And we're seeing the picks here from the side of Monarch. Last few seconds, Mew Mew Kitty realizing only one left to control the point. Zycon popping out the ultimate, and that's going to be the cleanup. That is 1-0 for this first round on Volskaya. Man, Monarch is playing a sick defense right now.
Oh, absolutely. The amount of damage that they're being able to follow up with, the amount of pressure they're able to put on their backline to the point where they can't move forward with their tanks as easily as possible, and especially the number one thing, keeping those high priority DPS not in check. From there, they were just able to do what they needed to. Sicken and definitely Eternal tonight are showing that they should not be, not so much so cared for, but definitely a major threat, and has to be making sure that those checks are in place to be sure that they are stopped at any cost before they can try and push up. From there, the biggest thing I would definitely say is try and switch to a hard CC that can immediately stop those kind of pressures, whether it be one of the supports switching over to Brigitte or Zen staying with the backline in order to stop the Doomfist from coming in with his flashbang grenade. But from there, definitely, you got to be sure that you're following up and making sure those high priority targets are being taken care of, checked, and immediately just taken out of the fight, just so that way the team can push up as one whole unit.
Eternal, just extremely deadly, man. Just able to really land those key picks. Just a lot of, I don't know, like seeing the two of them pressure. You know, they can really figure out, at least between the two of them, coordinate who needs to go first and you know who they need to work down. So I really got to give them props for how they're playing tonight. That being said, all of Monarch isn't playing bad either. You know, as well as OSA. OSA's actually got something going on. It just seems like they got caught up at the end there. So we're gonna see what happens as Monarch does their offensive push. Bunny Chan in the forefront. And it looks like we're not really getting any kind of goat. Stickfotch on the Hanzo. Gonna see if maybe he can get things at range. And it looks like OSA is gonna try to start with a bit of a high ground. Zentoxin off on the right flank. And it looks like Eternal takes out the Torb turret. OSA really trying to stick together, and we're not really seeing much of a fight. It looks more like a dance right now as both teams try to gain superiority of the high ground. Monarch goes ahead and sets their own turret base up top. Eternal takes out Slate's turret, and here it comes, the brawl up at the top on the bridge. Slate takes out Eternal, but the boop comes in, takes out Mew Mew Kitty, and Bunny Chan is ready to freely attack and swing away. The Riddle taking out Tinsy, and right now we're seeing Monarch in a very bad spot. Nassif gets taken out, and with a quick point A grab, OSA has got to hurry up and figure out where they're going to come in. 6+ minutes at this point. Crunch, what you got, bud?
Biggest thing as of right now is just that collapsing immediately on that kind of closed ground. It was easily able to follow up and just to keep getting those picks as needed, especially with the first pick on Mew Mew Kitty. That should have been easily able to keep pushing up and just stop that push right then and there to take yourself in a more defensive stance. But from there, they still kept taking the fight, and that was really what punished them. That frontline shield is definitely something useful that needs to be protecting that backline.
Stickfotch taking out Slate's turret. And right now, Stickfotch looking for a quick pick, looking for that initial catalyst that is going to break down OSA. And the hammer down comes out from the Riddle, manages to land it on Nassif. Not enough to keep him alive. And here comes Mew Mew Kitty, nano boosted, seeing if maybe she could do anything possible to keep the dream going, but it doesn't look like it is. Monarch quickly landing the victory here on Volskaya 1-0. My goodness. Monarch is destructive.
Very much so. Just like I was saying, that backline pressure, especially with Eternal and Stickfotch putting that kind of pressure on both the supports, you need to be sure that those checks are in place to make sure that they cannot do the things that they want to do. And from there, you just got to be sure you're moving forward as best as possible.
Dang, Bunny Chan, I got to give you a little shout out there, man. Extremely aggressive and destructive. Alrighty, folks. I'm going into the chat right now. Give us a hashtag for who you are rooting for tonight, either OSA or Monarch. I'm excited to see what else we got. Busan is our next area, man, and let's see just what they're going to do in terms of substitutions. I mean, so yeah, you're talking a lot about really taking out those, that real backline pressure DPS. But what could, from a tank point of view, what could they do? You know what I mean?
Biggest thing from there is just giving that DPS the spaces needed, just making sure to apply that pressure just so that way the DPS has a little bit more breathing room. From there, whenever it's real tight and it's real close, the DPS don't have enough room to maneuver and do what they need to. So it's either you go over to a flanking DPS and immediately create that pressure for yourself, or from there, and especially this is the easiest way to go forward with it, you want to be sure that you're moving forward as quickly as possible with both your Reinhardt and your Lucio and your Zarya, and just creating that space as possible so that way the healers have some room to push up as needed, the DPS can help the backline healers as needed, and especially above all else, creating that distance so that way the DPS can do what they need to, get the picks as needed, and move straight to the objective and take the fight on their terms.
Yeah, dude, Monarch is aggressive though, man. What's up?
Going into chat real quick, we got Spaceman with a cheers saying go to Sun Intensity. And we got Raziel, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, saying that Chris might be the Masters of the Beard hero. I mean, have you seen his own beard? I'm not surprised.
Victory.
Just saying.
I mean, you know what? Let's put up a contender, Zen's beard, maybe?
Yeah, that's fair, that's fair. He's got good competition in there.
What do you think? You think we should stream, like, the Battle of the Beards? I think that'd be pretty dope.
Yeah, let's make it happen, dude.
I think No Shave November is past us, so I think the opportunity was very much so there, but I think that's something we're going to have to consider for next year if possible.
I mean, to be fair, I don't think those two participate in No Shave November. I'm pretty sure that's a year-long thing.
I believe they do not subscribe themselves to the Dollar Shave Club.
Probably not.
Probably not, but just a guess. Just a guess.
I'm gonna go ahead and acknowledge the 2 follows for today from Niwu and I Am the Real Boot. Thank you guys for the follows. We really appreciate it. Everybody in the crowd tonight. Personally, I wish we were doing this in some sort of arena, so we can hear like screaming or whatever. But we'll make do with what we got. Now
Tip's saying, if it's a battle of the beards, OSA wins hands down. They got Zen too. Yep. I mean, if we go by team, there's no competition. It's OSA. So let's just give them the prize.
Actually, no, I think the Nasif also has. Man, there's just beards everywhere in OSA. This is ridiculous. Alrighty, Here we go. Right on into Busan. What are we going to be expecting here, Crunch Bite?
A lot of delicious food, some Pachimaris, and some karaoke.
Dude, have you heard the Reinhardt one? It's terrible. I love it.
No. Have you heard the 2 newest ones they put in, the Zenyatta and the Genji?
What? I didn't know. I knew about the Genji, not about the Zenyatta.
Zenyatta has a voice line for the karaoke machine, and it is quite glorious. Biggest thing, especially for Busan, is that forward aggression that we were definitely looking to see. And from there, it's just biggest one is always take that objective and take it as soon as possible to make it to where you can fight on your terms rather than on their team's terms. That kind of aggression and that kind of power can easily subside rather quickly if A, the objective is counting down, B, if your team is losing a couple members, and most of all and most importantly C, that kind of positioning where you get picked out immediately to where those numbered games are not in your favor. So from there it would definitely be group up, push up as fast as you can, take out the frontline shield as quickly as possible, and establish your presence on that point to be sure that you, at the end of the day, are the better team.
Loudtracks, they're doing a little something just for you right now on the side of
OSA. Oh my god, I'm seeing it right now.
It's so good! It's so good!
Dank Monkey switching over to the Lucio. I do want to appreciate seeing the Zen voice line. Nasif Khan on his trademark hamster. The man is a beast with it, as Niwu is the trademark Widow up at the top, and it looks like they're gonna go ahead and meet up somewhere in the middle. Bunny Chan pushing his way forward, and he got monkey against monkey as Mew Mew Kitty is bringing up as much pressure as humanly possible. As Sick Fudge on the Doomfist trying to come in, grab a pick, but Dank Monkey being extremely annoying, and right now it's a brawl right here onto the point. No picks just yet, unless Bunny Chan manages to land the first one. Sick Fudge takes out Nasif Khan, and Zen Toxin up into the sky, trying to stay alive, trying to keep people annoyed, and Niwu might have to go ahead and back out as OSA has to go in for another hard reset. Bunny Chan with a quick kill on Niwu. That's going to be a little bit more time. You feel like OSA might be dancing around the battle a little bit too much?
Biggest thing that I was definitely wanting to point out is for OSA, they definitely need to establish that presence. They have the aggression, especially with the Winston Diva Hammond, but from there they got to be isolating the targets that have very little to just stop against that forward momentum. So anybody that has a hard CC or anything, those would be the targets you would want to least avoid. From there you want to go for the squishier targets that you can easily take out, and from there establish that presence immediately on the point.
Ooh, Niwu could be in a bad spot as the teams start going ahead for another brawl. The ultimate comes out from the sun as he tries to keep everyone alive. Saikon pops out the ultimate, and here comes a Diva Bomb from Zentoxin. Is that going to be enough? Doesn't look like it hits anything as Bunny Chan pops the ultimate to stay alive. Niwu managing to get some picks. Oh, and here we go. Naseeb Khan trying to get a pick, gets Sick Fotch. And this might be exactly what OSA is needing, but they've got to hurry up and manage to land those kills. Saikon's still alive, managing to contest the point. The Riddle, Baby Diva getting kicked out, and OSA finally finds some momentum as they try to go ahead and go in for the stalls. Naseeb Khan pushing his way into the backline. Could this be dangerous? Manages to take out Eternal. That's going to be another stagger.
Like I was saying, that forward momentum and that kind of aggression, especially on those weaker targets, taking them out early definitely makes it on your fair side, the numbers game, which is less ultimates on their side, less people to use abilities to stop those kind of forward pushes, and above all else, losing those kind of members to immediately change those kind of fights.
Ooh, the Diva Bomb comes out, manages to land on Dank Monkey, and that's going to be huge. Slate popping out the ultimate, trying to keep the dream alive, or at least most of the team's going. Niwu gets taken out by Saikon. Eternal popping out, or I'm sorry, Sick Fotch popping out the Meteor Strike. Doesn't land on anyone, but it could be just enough pressure to really get where he needs to go. Naseeb Khan still on the point, trying to keep it going, but this could be dangerous. But Naseeb Khan takes out Eternal, and the brawl is still onto the point. Will they be able to go ahead and turn this around? Saikon gets taken out by Naseeb. Naseeb is on fire tonight, as Riddle has to go ahead and back off, and that's going to be another reset. Well done by OSA. I was not expecting that kind of hold.
A very, very beautiful job for OSA right there. They're taking that kind of aggression, they're putting it forward, and they're making sure to take out those targets that can't defend themselves as best as possible. And from there, that's really showing, and that's really doing really well in their favor.
Ooh, and Naseeb Khan taking out Eternal, just being extremely aggressive with the triple tank. Mew Mew Kitty popping out Angry Monkey and just swinging away. Moves Saikon into the grenade, and it looks like they're going to have to go ahead and back off. My apologies, as Zentoxin stands forward, and OSA really showing the dominance that they've been needing to show since the last game, finally finding their footing, and Eternal trying to lead the way, trying to make his way onto the point as Naseeb Khan finds his way back onto the backline, hunting in for Eternal, managing to get onto the point, but that right now the team has a lot on their hands. They've got to make this work. Sick Fotch in a bad spot, gets taken out by Zentoxin. Saikon pops out the ultimate as Eternal's looking for the pick. Slate manages to pop the ultimate, and is he able to keep everyone alive at this point though? Manages to take out Bunny Chan, and the picks are starting to come in the favor of OSA. Naseeb Khan once again with the ultimate takes out the Riddle. Saikon the only one left on point. That's not going to be enough. The first round goes to OSA. I love this. I love this, man. Coming back, they're getting aggressive, they're getting powerful.
Biggest thing as of right now is just that kind of aggression really shows very much so on maps that don't have very much high ground or that kind of contention on the objective. You can easily run that kind of aggression and just keep pushing yourself and just taking out those targets one at a time. It's definitely showing in OSA's favor, especially with that coordination between the Winston, Diva, and those DPS. One of the DPS being a tank as well. But it's just showing that kind of aggression is really, really handy whenever you're trying to play a dive comp and keep isolating those targets and taking them out one at a time. From there, I would definitely say a frontline shield would definitely be able to stop this, or any kind of hard CC to stop those dives from them just pushing it in and just making themselves the authority figures that OSA really wants to be.
Dude, Steve Khan is extremely annoying with those hamster pellets, I will have to say. He's gotten quite a few of them relatively quickly, and Bunny Chan running his way onto the point. Looks like we're seeing the Goats comp coming in from Monarch, and it looks like OSA is going to have to figure out just how they're going to handle it. Eternal takes out Dank Monkey, leaving only Slate to heal. This could be relatively dangerous. It looks like OSA might have to go ahead and back out as Bunny Chan manages to land the pick on the other healer. Just like being incredibly aggressive. Yeah, it looks like they're going to have to go ahead and back out here. Oh, the Goats.
Goats is just an incredibly strong comp. It is just Death Ball, but with just way more CC and way more flexibility just based on how Diva can obtain that higher ground. A support itself can easily just be able to heal, damage, and provide hard CC for the team, and from there providing a Lucio that can easily just speed boost and move everybody around as quickly as possible. That kind of efficiency with that kind of team comp is amazing with maps that don't have any contention, for especially for high ground or an objective that is simply you have to push into it first.
Alrighty, and it looks like the teams are starting to swing at each other. Mew Mew Kitty making first contact. They're going for the Brigida, but Brigida having to go ahead and back off. Now we're seeing a lot of counter aggression here from the side of OSA. They want Bunny Chan. They got Bunny Chan. Ewu taking out Bunny Chan. And now the attack is coming in strong. Mew Mew Kitty taking out Eternal. And OSA really putting themselves up front. The ultimate for the Diva Bomb comes out. Doesn't look like it hits anything. And once again, OSA still massively aggressive, taking out Psycon. The Riddle goes down. And the only one left was Sick Fotch getting taken out, not letting themselves get washed out. That's going to be a regrab here for OSA, starting at 1%.
Still, though, Goats is so strong that at the end of the day, the biggest counter to Goats is Goats itself. That kind of flexibility and that kind of mobility is crucial for stopping the Goats comp just like as such. And from there, it's just making sure to follow up with that team coordination and those team ults and be sure that you're focusing those targets down as needed and getting those crucial picks immediately, swiftly, and above all else, efficiently.
Oh, and that's a huge ultimate from Mew Mew Kitty with the reverse. The bomb comes out, lands on Psycon, so that's going to be a solid pick. The counter Goats is really coming in. It's just Goats v Goats, and the Riddle realizing has to back out. Might be in a very bad spot. It's just completely collapsed on. 40% for OSA. They are showing their dominance right now.
Absolutely. From there, it's just keeping up the Zarya charge as best as you can, getting those picks as needed, and especially above all else, focusing down the targets as needed. A Zarya taking out Diva Mech immediately and just making sure she's demeched is absolutely crucial. And from there, taking out Reinhardt is another huge favor inside of OSA. And from there, it's just completely showing during all these kind of fights.
Oh my goodness, and Monarch getting pushed back onto the point. Psycon not able to retreat enough. This is just an incredible show of aggression from OSA. This is completely different from the OSA on Volskaya. And we're just seeing a complete 360 change. Sick Fotch switching over to the Pharah, trying to get a little bit of a aerial superiority as Bunny Chan starts to swing. Niwu could be in a bad spot. And the hammer down comes in from Mew Mew Kitty. That could be huge if they can manage to make it, collapsing on Bunny Chan. Bunny Chan could be in a bad spot, pushes everyone away though, and the Sun, trying to be the hero, pops out the Coalescence, trying to keep the Dream alive. Here comes ultimate from Zen, doesn't look like it hits anything. And now the brawl starting to get onto the point. Moira v Moira, doesn't look like any picks are coming. Bunny Chan pops out the ultimate, manages to land it on Zentoxin, but it doesn't look like it's going to help as Dank Monkey pops out the ultimate to keep the Dream alive. Swinging away one more time. Bunny Chan gets taken out. We are at overtime. Sick Fotch trying to be the hero. It doesn't look like it's going to make it, and that's OSA for their victory 1-1 here on OCCScrims. Fantastic work.
I don't know about y'all, but I enjoyed the hell out of that counter Goats.
Ooh, it was just aggression. Mew Mew Kitty really showing her stuff, just swinging away George. This is ridiculous. Just left click W all day. I love this. Oh, I absolutely love this. This is incredible. Wow.
So we've officially reached our halftime. Any comments, you boys, before we go into our halftime video?
Oh man, you know what? No, I don't really have anything as of right now. I mean, I'm honestly just winded from like the paragraph I just spoke. But I will say though, we're definitely seeing some solid competition tonight. And I'm excited to see just what else the teams can bring out.
Right. What about you, Crunch?
Biggest thing I definitely love seeing for this evening is that any kind of changes and any kind of forward momentum, especially within just little subs and stuff like that, if you can find those things that click, those things will be the things that will definitely give your team that upper advantage. From there, it's just making sure that the clearest of comms are going out as needed, the ult management is just at the highest priority as possible, and above all else, this is the most #1 important thing, that team coordination is crucial. Knowing where you're needing to be positioned, having your team positioned in that way as possible, knowing when to take those fights into your advantage when the picks are being made, and just establishing your presence just on the point itself and just making that your authority rather than it just being the way around where it's you're trying to fight on their terms. From there, those are humongous play changes that immediately show rather quickly and add up very, very, very quickly at the same point where you immediately need to know what changes need to be made, how to make them efficiently, and above all else, how you can just be able to immediately make those changes.
All right, I do want to say something here real quick. I want to give a quick thank you, one to everyone who's subscribed today, everyone who's followed today, and if you're here and you're brand new, once again, welcome to the OCCScrims. Right now, we are playing with our Plat division, Monarch beat OSA. So please, let's bring more people in. Let's have a good time. For those of you voting, here rooting Chris on, he's currently on OSA. We're about to take in our 5-minute break here for the highlight video. Anything else before we go off in the break?
I think we can
Good.
head right into the break, and we will be right back for game 3 and 4. Currently, it's 1-1, so it's a tie. Let's see what happens next. we're back, guys. Oh, I love that last play right there. Huge shatter. Quick shout out to Jag for the cheers. He says super fat shatter for OCC. Nan for the cheers. Thank you. Oh my god, this was a lot of fun to make a video. So we're back with OSA and Monarch tonight. Currently it's 1-1. Oh, what do we want to see? We're going to Route 66 next. What do we want to see?
I want to see a game 5. I don't know about you. What do you think, Crunch? Like,
oh yes.
I
Yes,
want to
please.
see Arisa Roadhog comps. I love goats as much as possible, but variety is the spice of life.
no, you're
True.
right. I want to see a sim today at some point. You know, I don't know. Throw me a May.
Ooh,
Like we saw Torb today. You know what I mean? Like,
an attack torb on top of that.
and he got a point. So that's that's a new one today.
Quite impressive. That was a very, very tactical play there, and it was very well done on his behalf.
I will say it was kind of funny because like Sigfotch, goes in for the backline. Like I knew exactly what he was going for. Like he going for the grab, he goes in for the backline, and he pops the ultimate. But then there's a turret right there, completely away from the rest of the team. so it's either try to take out the rest of the team, or get killed by the turret. Like that poor guy got caught between a rock and a hard place.
We have Uxie in the chat saying, "Love goats, words that can never be said. You must be new, my dear. Welcome to the Overwatch Cavalry Club."
How dare you? Goats is what Deathball always wanted to be. It is the final form of Deathball, so to speak.
Oof, final form. I don't know if I'm ready for that kind of man.
Hey man,
Also-
it's kind of one of those where you finally reach that point. You've done all the training that you possibly could, but there was one thing missing from that equation, and then Papa Kaplan came down and provided the last sweet, salty, savory, and also crunchy ingredient to throw into Deathball, and from there made it the absolutely most beautiful comp that you can possibly have it. That, or if your palate just cannot handle it in such a way, it tastes just a bit salty, but that's okay. That's okay. We always are here for rooms of improvement, and we're always here to listen to what everybody has to offer us today.
Okay, I was not expecting to get hungry, but now I'm hungry.
Yeah, I was about to say, we're talking about Oreo cheesecake in the chat right now. I don't know why, but now I want some. Y'all make me hungry.
Well, there is a dessert that I am actually eating on right now. It's called Oreo cookie dessert, and what
I'm
it is
gonna need
that-
you to leave right now.
Oh, it's delicious. It's crushed up Oreos mixed with a little bit of butter, completely frozen, and then from there it's a layer of chocolate pudding sprinkled with a little bit more Oreos, and then right on top of that, just a little thin layer of Cool Whip, and then another layer of chocolate pudding, and then one last layer of Cool Whip, drizzled with a little bit of chocolate syrup and crushed Oreos.
So
I'm gonna
what?
need you to get out.
Oh,
Get out!
What I'm getting at is this is the announcement of Crunch Bites like new cooking stream. Is that what you're saying? Like
No, I'm not a professional cook. I have done a couple of catering events, but I am not a professional cook. I am not binging with baboosh.
Peeps, we're gonna need you to switch the category of the stream to IRL cooking something.
with Crunch Bite.
Yep.
Oh, it needs to be with.
If you don't have time to make your own Oreos, store-bought will do just nicely.
like,
Solid dark
who
chocolate
needs Overwatch?
cookies.
Did anyone come here for Overwatch? No.
Alrighty, well here we go. Next place we're going to is Route 66, which is well, I wouldn't say it's the home, but I would definitely say it's home place of McCree and Ash. Still love to reveal, by the way. Just love the way they kind of go into like these anime-esque battles. It's kind of weird. Like, does anybody else notice that? Is it just me?
To me, my favorite part about the whole thing is just the amount of Bob. That was honestly my favorite part about the whole reveal. And do you know what Bob actually stands for?
What?
A lot of people think it's a battery-operated butler, but no. The correct acronym for him is Big Ol' Boy.
Is that you spell that with an I? Because
You spell it big, OLEBOI. He is the big boy.
All I'm saying is, you know what? I think like I've never been a fan of cosplay. That might be my first. Just saying. I want to wear the top hat.
There is one actually of a little girl and of her father, where the father is a humanoid Bob, and he is carrying around a Route 66 street sign, and it's little Ash just telling big old Bob where to go, and it is absolutely adorable.
All right, for those of you in chat looking for Chris, Chris is in red going in for OSA. So for those of you here for OSA, give the hashtag OSA. For those of you here for Monarch, I mean, I don't know, give them a hashtag Monarch. Here we go as OSA goes in for their offensive push with this 1-1 battle for supremacy. And it looks like you're going to be getting your Roadhog here, Crunch, as Xanthoxin moving out of his trademark Diva. As Mew Mew Kitty pushes forward, Sick Fotch on the Pharah up in the skies, and Bravery being subbed in. We haven't seen a little bit of Bravery. Not a lot since he moved up recently from Gold. Testament Quiz trying to rush in, trying to start in, make the battle work, and Eternal in the front lines. Huge anti-nade. Mew Mew Kitty could be in a bad spot. Manages to back out with the backup here from Slate. Oh, and Eternal picking up the kill on Nassif. We're starting to see a lot more red than blue. Mew Mew Kitty still up into the front line, but gets taken out by Psycon. And this is going to be rough here for OSA. Man, what do you think?
I would believe that the amount of pressure that the defending team is putting out is quite aggressive, and from there it's just definitely showing. What the red team needs to definitely do is just keep putting out that same kind of pressure and group up as 6 and be able to keep applying that same amount of pressure that the blue team is putting up.
Alrighty, and here we go. Testament Quiz pushing forward. Nassif Khan getting the pick on Sick Fotch. Mew Mew Kitty might be in a bad spot as the Riddle is off on the flanks. Bravery for the kill, not managing to land it though. And Eternal still being an incredible force to be reckoned with, takes out Mew Mew Kitty. And this is gonna be tough. OSA had the start of it, but not managing to finish it, with Eternal using that Fist of Justice, managing to take out quite a few. It's gonna be another reset here.
He definitely gave Zen and Mew Mew Kitty the a 1-2 buckle my shoe.
3-4 and out the door, right? Here they go in once again. Nassif Khan getting booped off of the high ground as Niwu. Oh, here comes the pick on Bravery. Doesn't look like anything will work though. The hook just barely managing to work. Nassif Khan taking out the Sun. This could be huge, just depending. Mew Mew Kitty takes out Eternal. And here they come, OSA starting to use his forward momentum to try to cap up, but Psycon popping out the ultimate, trying to keep the dream alive, but Sick Fotch still up in the sky, trying to work something. Bravery pops the ultimate, doesn't look like it gets anywhere. Oh, and Mew Mew Kitty taking out the Riddle. They've got to be careful. Sick Fotch up in the sky, pops the ultimate. Is that going to be enough? And no, Nassif Khan takes him out. Eternal, the only one left on the point, is gonna have to go ahead and either take him out or get out, and this could be dangerous. Pops out the Meteor Strike. They've got to be careful as to whom it goes to, and it doesn't look like it's gonna hit anybody. I believe he went ahead and backed out, which might have been the best idea, as as Monarch has the ability to just rush on in. Ooh, Xanthoxin though taking out Bravery, and here comes the rest of Monarch coming in. Eternal getting nano boosted. Oh, here comes the grab. Is this going to work though? I'm not seeing any kind of picks, and no, it doesn't look like it, especially since Slate's been put to sleep. Niwu takes out Sick Fotch, and this could be a win here for Monarch if they manage to hold it out. Slate trying to stay onto the point, but it might not be enough. Xanthoxin comes in with the backup, but that's not going to be enough. 30 seconds on the clock. They've got to hurry up and make something happen. What do you think, Crunch?
Biggest thing is for Nassif, he definitely made a very strong presence by just getting that early pick on the Sun, and from there, those kind of picks had that kind of opportunity to follow up and just immediately push from straight to the point. Once that happened though, there needs to be the follow-up of even continuous more picks, and from there, they just got to be sure they're following up and getting as needed.
Ooh, and the camera down comes in, could be deadly. Ooh, but Slate coming out, helping out with the Kamehamehas, and the picks are starting to come in for OS. Swinging away, can they make it happen? The Riddle, the only point in overtime, managing to keep it going, and Monarch is going to have to defend one more time. 2 minutes and 25 seconds on the clock. Man, those picks there from Slate, for those of you don't know, Slate is Chris. And the pick with Mew Kitty, incredible teamwork, keeping him alive as he goes into the back line. I mean, what else did you see, man?
That kind of aggression that I was speaking of earlier. Once they were able to get those follow-up picks as needed, they were able to keep making that kind of pressure and that kind of presence known that to Monarch, this team is not to be threatened with, and that if you get out of position for one single moment, the Widow is easily going to take that kind of pick and immediately make that fight into their advantage. From there, keep applying that same kind of pressure.
Ooh, an Eternal trying to go in for the pick. Sick Botch taking out Nassif. Oh, and this could be deadly. Testament Quiz taken out. It looks like OSA manages to turn around, but right now the dominance here from Monarch as they hold their forward position. Zenthoxin trying to do the best possible, but it doesn't look like anything's going to work. But oh my goodness, here comes the 1-2 punch, and it looks like Chris with the double kill. Oh, manages to land at least one on the Sun, and the picks are coming in from OSA. They are doing incredibly well, at least for a 4v4. Man, that was, I don't know, extremely lucky or properly aggressive.
Properly aggressive. From there, the one thing that everybody just wants to be making sure of is that if you lose those crucial picks, especially on the opposing team where your team gets picked, it's either you can try and go in and try and make it an even fight as quickly as possible, or you try your best to make sure that for any of those moments that you're trying to just make it an even fight, getting out and making sure to group up with the rest of your team to keep applying that pressure to take those fights where you can take them.
Ooh, and Sick Fotch, the hero of this particular push, takes out Testament Quiz and Mew Kitty, and Eternal cleaning up the rest. 30 seconds on the clock. OSA has got to hurry up and find their footing as Nassif Khan switches over to the hamster, his signature hamster that we see him play quite often, at least in these particular scrims. He's actually relatively deadly in free-for-all, so everyone's aware. And here we go. Once again, OSA only has time for one more push. 5 seconds on the clock. They've got to be careful. They're taking their time, trying to group up, and Mew Kitty makes contact, stays onto the point, but Sick Potch takes out Testament Quiz and Eternal in the back line, looking for some cheeky picks. Is this going to be it, though? Mew Kitty getting taken out by Sick Potch, and the coming out from Eternal. Oh my god, this could be deadly. They've got to hurry up and stay onto the point. Saigon pops out the ultimate, and right now the 1-2 combo trying to keep the dream alive. Here it comes. Sick Botch taking out Testament Quiz, and then Thoxin gets anti-nated. Slate, the only one left on point, the only one who can make a difference, gets pushed off, and Monarch manages to complete their defense. Whew. Wanted some change, man. Wanted some change.
One and some change.
That is ridiculous.
Very, very nice, though. The switch over to Hammond was a powerful pick, but from there, though, the one thing you always got to make sure of is that whenever you're diving with the backline Hammond, your main job is to creating that sort of just in fluctuating chaos where the team either has to decide, do they need to take that 3v1 to immediately remove the Hammond, or just let him just take out that back line and then immediately apply that pressure so the team can take a more advantageous fight. From there, Hammond can immediately take out either the Zen or the main support, and from there, they have to make a decision rather quickly, and those kind of seconds really matter, because then it's either you take the fight in the front line or you just immediately switch behind and immediately push that pressure on Hammond while the rest of the team is pushing into you. It's quite a predicament, and it's really tricky to try and figure out what the best way to do it is.
So, Loudtracks, real quick, you've got some competition for that title in the chat right now.
Oh yeah?
We've got Elfie talking about the sun, saying that he is her shining star. And we got Elfie, I believe, saying that the riddle is all crazy fast, and Volley adding that you could say it's a riddle.
Oh Jesus! Oh, please stop! I almost got sick there. That being said, if you do have a dad joke, you have a hilarious. And here they go, Monarch on their offensive push. Bravery switching off of the Reinhardt onto the Monkey. So they're going to be doing a lot more mobility as the Sun, though, stays as the Ana. So the question is that going to be enough? Testament Quiz takes out Bravery as Eternal just comes in extremely aggressive. The Riddle gets demeched as Eternal is looking for a pick, manages to land the pick here for Naseef Khan, and Sick Fudge is on a roll. Mew Mew Kitty in some danger. This could be trouble. Gets slept, and Sick Fudge just swinging away one more time. Bravery managing to make it back onto the point, and it looks like it's going to be relatively dangerous. Bravery catching as much space as humanly possible. Niwu gets taken out, and that's not going to be the end here. I think they've got about, what, 1 or 2 more grabs here?
Depending on how well they can get this next pick, I would definitely say there's either one more fight, or if they can, try and make it to where they can easily just stall right as soon as it's 1 to 2 meters. But from there, it's looking like there's only going to be one more fight available for this next push.
Yeah, and Naseef popped his head out a little too early. They chased him down, and that's the thing. You can't be cheeky when it comes to Monarch. They will punish. They will take you down, and that split up incredibly powerful. Niwu and Zentoxin, the only 2 on the point, may be able to keep the dream alive, but the team collapses on Zentoxin. Manages to, well, it looks like they're just keeping him alive until the doors open. Incredibly powerful. Zycon executes Zentoxin, and they're gonna have to do another reset. Ooh, 4 minutes.
Beautiful stagger done by Monarch, because yes, they immediately took that advantage of that door opening animation, which is roughly about 4 to 5 seconds, and immediately, even though D.Va is contesting the payload, that door animation is still going through, and if you can get it right at the very end of it, that is a very heavy stagger towards Monarch, and they avoided a very, very close fight, so now they only have to do 2 more fights to initiate this one.
Ooh, Slade popping the ultimate, what might have been a little early. Niwu out by the riddle. Mew Mew Kitty in a very precarious predicament. This could be relatively dangerous. Test McQuiz might get a little bit taken out. There it is. Eternal landing the hit on Test McQuiz. And right now they're going to have to try to figure themselves out. Sick Fudge has got free reign of the sky as the sun is just standing on the point, throwing in as much healing as humanly possible. Monarch could be able to make this. Ooh, Niwu tries to get onto the point, but Sick Fudge has got eyes on the front door, and that'll be it. Quick second point here for Monarch. Incredible work.
Absolutely got to give a humongous shout out to the Brave and the Riddle. That kind of team synergy, especially with the Winston D.Va, is tremendous, especially whenever you're attacking with that, taking out those squishy targets as soon as possible and immediately applying that pressure. They were doing a fantastic job, and I would love for them to hear it just as much as they possibly can.
Ooh, the Sun with 11,000 healing. Slade popping out quite a bit of objective time. That's always important. People don't really realize that you need someone on the point. I'm just saying.
Always got to make sure that payload is moving. No matter how much people don't like it, you always got to be sure that there is a payload that is moving constantly. And there are certain times where the main heals does need to be on the payload, but you really got to make sure whenever the team's moving up as such, you're making those calls and you're making those commitments as needed.
So we got Elfie in the chat saying, Game 5, no balls. Make it happen. Make it happen. I believe in you, OSA. Make it happen. And she's adding, the sun is keeping us all alive. Without the sun, we'd all die. Elfie, I'm going to need you to get out. Get out.
Yep, just no, pack up the computer, go home. Nope.
Yep.
I don't care if you're home, like, pick it up, go to another room. No.
Yep.
You are grounded.
Oh my god.
All right, we're going to be going into our 4th match of the night. People at home, give us some love. Give your team some love. Give your favorite player some love. And also, don't forget to keep in mind for your player of the match for the night. We're going to be naming them after, well, if they finish it here, it'll be Team 4. If they manage to tie it up, it'll be Game 5. So there's still quite a bit to go.
Right. So map 5 is gonna be Eichenwald. We're gonna wait just a minute to let the team sort themselves out. Oh my god, Anubio's adding, if y'all die, I'll guide you to the afterlife. Hashtag Anubis. No, Anubios, I'm gonna need you to get out as well. Go join Elfie. Go in the corner. You guys are grounded.
You guys stay in the corner until you think about what you've done. And take Spacement with you, because I know she's got them corny.
Oh yeah, please.
She can go too.
So much punishment within this. Why? Why? It just needs to be just a nice, wholesome, family-friendly Goats encouraged Scrim Night.
Oh my
Alrighty.
god, Alfie saying Alex had to read it out loud for me to get it. Oh my god.
Clever can go into that corner. Screw it. Just everyone with these puns, go into the corner. We'll talk later. Alrighty, and here we go on to Eichenwalde. I mean, tell me, Crunch. I mean, this Monarch offense is just terrifying. You know what I mean? Like
Oh,
what?
absolutely. From there, the biggest thing is, and it's the same thing that I've been saying from the beginning since Volskaya Industry, you cannot let Sick and Eternal just run rampant without any sort of checks to making sure that they're not diving that backline and taking out the supports as quickly, or the DPS is following. I would definitely say to have that kind of hard CC in the backline protecting the supports is needed, and above all else, and this is massively critical, making sure to have that presence to where they can't do the things that they want to do. Having at least any form of pressure and any kind of just identity essentially for your team pushing forward and taking that point, they have to rethink about where they're moving, how they're going, and what to use for their abilities to make those kind of plays. As long as you're following up and taking that objective control, it is them fighting on O.C.C's turf, not the other way around. That needs to be very much so exclaimed. Matter of fact, yelled across the whole room to be making sure that that kind of pressure is needed as such.
Alrighty, and here they go in once again. OSA going in push. We're seeing Slate once again on the Moira. Sif Khan going to be playing on the Zarya. I'm a little sad though. I wish I could be seeing more of his hamster, but I guess not. Here they go in, starting on their offensive push. Eternal, extremely predatory up top, getting ready for his initial picks. Starts in his offense round, but it doesn't look like he lands just about anything. This could be relatively dangerous as he manages to back out of there, and the poke battle's coming in strong. Is he going to be able to make anything happen, though? Nothing really kind of going on. Sick Botch managing to land that pick. And here comes the DPS coming out, but it looks like it's 1-2 trades with the spawn advantage from OSA. I mean, they've got to hurry up and group up. Zentoxin on the Hanzo, seeing if maybe he can land himself a pick. But it doesn't look like anything's going to work as of this very second. Nasif and Mew Mew Kitty showing up with Test McQuiz. Oh, I think in school. Anyway, Mew Mew Kitty up in the front line, starting in with the swinging battle. Eternal finds his way in, and the anti-nade could have been huge, but the block from Mew Mew Kitty. Here come the double dragons. Could this be detrimental? Oh, a second set of dragons returning. Niwu taking out Bravery, but no picks really coming out from the dragons as Niwu hopping off, getting 3. High Noon comes out. Doesn't look like the devil trigger's going to land on just about anyone. Sick Botch, really one of the only people in the point, gets taken out. The Sun gets taken out as well, and here they go with 2 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock. OSA starts their offensive push.
That was quite an impressive name that you gave for the High Noon there, the Devil Trigger.
Oh yeah, that one was coined by Akuma from, I think he got a sextuple. He played a cheeky, he did a really cheeky High Noon and managed to land the whole team. So that's been trademarked here. Hashtag Devil Trigger for those who remember.
Great mark, very impressive.
But alrighty, here they go. Test McQuiz taking out Eternal, and Sick Botch up into the sky looking for a pick, looking for something easy. He doesn't really seem to have a lot of contesting. He goes back over to the bridge, tries to give a lot of quote-unquote Overwatch to help out with the rest of the team. Bravery gonna have to go ahead and back off. Sick Botch still up into the sky. Eternal finally manages to find his way back to the rest of the team, looking for a pick. Where is he going to start from? He doesn't really know, not just yet. Oh, and here comes the Graviton. Is this going to be the end? Oh, and the save comes in from Test McQuiz. Is this the reverse? It doesn't look like it. Another clutch defensive ultimate as Slate pops out his. Bravery pops out the ultimate into the back line. The protection, though, from Niwu manages to keep the dream alive. My god, 2 clutch defensive ultimates negating Gravitons, and Psycon on a run for his life. Could be in some danger. Eternal still in the back line, now switched over to the Genji. I mean, my goodness.
These kind of plays and these kind of ultimates are detrimental to making sure you can win these sort of fights. From there, I would definitely say just making sure to follow up on the targets that are needed. From there, focusing on the things that are immediately CC'd and stunned. But my goodness!
quadruple kill from Niwu. The unfortunate part is that they're the only ones left onto the point with spawn advantage coming in for the side of Monarch. Oh my goodness, the clutch devil trigger came in, but not at the right time. Oh my goodness.
The only thing that's going through my mind is the SpongeBob episode where Patrick was helping SpongeBob be the hall monitor of Bikini Bottom, and from there he says, "Just whistle for me if you need anything," and he just sits there and goes, "Wee-woo,
Stop.
wee-woo."
I can hear
What?
Zentoxin laughing eternally at this point. Naseeb Khan gets a pick on Sick, and Eternal just really aggressive. Zentoxin takes out Eternal, and this could go in the favor of OSA. They've got to hurry up and get themselves onto the point. Ooh, the ultimate comes out from Slate, trying to bring out as much damage. It doesn't look like much of anything else. Ooh. It looks like I'm going to have some difficulties, folks. Frenchback, can you try to keep that up?
Yes, I will. It seems like they're getting on the pick right onto it. It looks like Reinhardt just does his beautiful shatter. From there, they're putting all the pressure they can on the Riddle. From there, Mew Mew Kitty is easily pushing up on the DPS. And from there, they're putting up that kind of pressure. And from there, OSA is able to push in and objectify the point.
Crunch, I'm gonna have to stop you. I think you forgot to say from there.
From gear, from gear, from there.
No, I
I'm
dig
sorry.
it.
I'm
He
trying my
forgot to
best.
breathe though, that's for sure. He forgot to breathe.
I don't know what breathing is. Anyways, it seems like from there, OSA really wants to take the next fight and keep putting out that kind of pressure. From there, Sickbot immediately dives right into the point, putting that kind of pressure, but Sickbot immediately gets destroyed. Riddle immediately with the ultimate, with Eternal with the follow-up. Lucio immediately coming in with the sound barrier. From there, Eternal immediately pushing in onto the backline, but getting punished as such. From there, that kind of movement is just immediately pushing.
I'm here, second there. We're gonna go back to our normal program with Loplex. Thank you, though.
I love it, brother. I love it. You kept it going, though. And here comes Sick Fudge gets taken out by Zentoxin. Slay popping out that ultimate, trying finishing this strong. 1 meter left to go, and that will be it with 2 minutes and 15 seconds on the clock. Crunch, I love you, bro. Kept it going. Kept it going, bro. Power through it.
I'm just saying, from there.
From deer. Sorry, it's whenever I'm a little bit pressured, I know what I need to say, but there's just something that in my mind I need something to like come back to like I throw out the line and then I slowly lift up the rod and then just reel it in and then I immediately lift down again and then pull it back up. From
Crunch,
there,
we love you. We love you. I'm gonna say it for everyone here in the stream and from everyone here in the Discord with us. We love you. From there, we're gonna go on.
Alex, I swear.
Oh my god, no!
Yo, I didn't know we had Elmo. What?
Hi, everybody.
Go get your son, quick!
Oh no.
Oh, no. What's going on? This isn't Sesame Street. This is a lot more abandoned.
For bot
It's
Justin.
pretty though, but not so much what I'm used to.
Alrighty, and here we go. Monarch getting ready for their offensive push. OSA really showing what they've got in terms of offense. Niwu being an extreme menace, and really Zentoxin really grabbing that forward momentum and being able to help out, especially there towards the end. Crims Ramsey really helping out. It's really coming together. I'm starting to see the fruits of their training, but Monarch has been incredibly aggressive tonight. 5 seconds on the clock. They've got to hurry up and think of what's going to happen. Here we go.
We got Alfie in the chat saying drink every time Crunch says immediately. I'm saying drink every time he says from there and the big thing.
Alrighty. Zentoxin up into the sky, gonna be a big menace as Bravery decides where he's going to start. He's offensive push from, comes in from the inside looking for his pick, being extremely predatory. But could this be to the detriment? Bravery starts in the push. The Riddle comes in right behind him. Mew Mew Kitty in a bad spot, gets taken out. A Sick Botch comes out aggressively. Slay takes out Bravery. And is this going to be enough though? Naseeb Khan gets taken out by Sick Botch, and the incredible offense that Monarch has to offer at this point, just really showing their stuff right now. 3 minutes moves to 5 minutes and 30 seconds, man. What you got, Crunch?
like I was saying before on Route 66, that kind of combination between Brave and Riddle, applying that kind of pressure to make sure that the DPS can move up as such, having all that breathing room to where Eternal and also the other DPS can immediately push into, and words are eluding me, but they are doing exactly what I wanted them to do, which is just to keep providing that kind of team pressure.
Ooh, eluding. Well done, my friend. Here comes Mew Mew Kitty just swinging. Hey, Woo and Zentoxin maybe finding the momentum. Both. Like I'm saying, those two as a DPS duo, I think they got the chops for it, man. I think it's just the fine tuning. I think Eternal and Sick Foch have been playing together for quite a while now, actually.
That kind of team coordination, and that does not come just overnight. That is days and days upon practice hours, upon trying out different combinations, and especially working in a team environment.
Here comes the ultimate from Slate, trying to see what he can land. Here the Fat Shatter. Is this going to work though? Sick Foch getting Kamehameha down. Mew Mew Kitty could be in a bad spot. The anti-nade manages to secure the kill. Niwu pops it out. Devil Trigger takes out 2, and the Sun can't survive. Oh man, against the Eclipse that is Niwu, this is ridiculous.
I'm gonna cover for Elfie right here, and I'm gonna say that it just got really dark.
Oh,
Ooh, that was mean.
I did have one joke for Niwu. He's definitely making sure that those halls are protected. SpongeBob does not need to make sure that have the safety call come out.
Absolutely, here they go. They're going for the. Oh my God, what is he? I keep thinking hash-slinging slasher. The bomb comes out, lands on, and this could be detrimental to OSA. They should have been a little bit more careful. Zentoxin trying to be the hero here. Does he manage to make it? Only lands 1 kill on Sick Foch, and this could be dangerous. Slate might have to go ahead and back off, but it doesn't look like he'll be able to. The only one on the point is the Sif Khan, trying to do the best possible to try to keep the dream alive. But Tez McQuiz and Niwu could be in a bad spot, using Tez McQuiz to try and retreat a little bit as Mew Mew Kitty comes off onto the other flank. Niwu and Tez McQuiz just barely coming out alive, but there's still quite a ways to go as we start reaching the bridge phase. Can OSA come in for the reclaim? Nassif on the opposite end gets punched, but it doesn't look like it's going to be enough to take him out. Slate pops out the ultimate. Eternal brings it out, manages to land 1 at the very least, but the dream is still alive. The dream is still kicking. The high noon comes out from Niwu. Is this going to work? And no, it doesn't look like it. Oh my goodness, incredible awareness here from Monarch. They don't challenge it, man. They just hide.
They are using that payload to their advantage. They have a big giant object that will prevent that Devil Trigger from going off at any time.
My goodness. Here they go once again, coming in for their final, what could be their final offensive push if OSA cannot get their offense or their defense together. Mew Mew Kitty back into the foreground, trying to make work happen. Bravery almost moved completely out of position. Eternal considering the ultimate, well, actually looking for the hack, managing to land it on the Sif. But right now we're seeing more red than blue as Monarch has to go ahead and back off. Alrighty, well, what we got here, man?
It seems one thing that I'm definitely wanting to see, and I know this is preferably a strat for Monarch and a lot of solo queue teams that really want to do this, is getting that really cheeky Diva Bomb out and just either hacking the Reinhardt completely to where the mines immediately have no way of stopping it, or better yet, just going in with an EMP, making sure nobody has any abilities to stop it, and to just follow up.
Ooh,
it seems like that's not what the case is for right now.
Oh, the hammer down. Could this be a fat one? There goes 2 ultimates here of Monarch, managing to land quite a few kills, and the Riddle gets taken out once again. Well done. That might have been an overuse of ultimates, but managed to secure the point though.
Oh, absolutely. I would definitely say for Niwu and Zen, definitely keeping those ultimates just readily available and just ready to have him combo up with any sort of the tank DPS. Just combinations, especially with how high charged Zarya is absolutely critical within these moments, because this is the final flight or fight moments for these teams.
And right now, Monarch has lower time bank than OSA. We've got Bravery with stuff, Oh, but Niwu using the Devil Trigger to take out 2, and Slay pops out the ultimate to try to keep the Angry Monkey at bay, and this could be relatively dangerous as Bravery is completely out of position, gets taken out by Zenthoxin, and the time bank is running low, 1 minute and 50 seconds on the clock. Monarch can't seem to find their footing here on this offensive push.
One of my favorite Doomfist lines, and I believe that it would be very appropriate right now, is, and they say chivalry is dead.
Does he?
Yeah, that's the best line. But the thing is, though, is that it's very spammable. Oh, looks like we got a Summer EMP to come up with too.
Ooh, but Slade takes out Eternal, and here comes a Nano Boost. Icon, Busio in the house, and here comes Zenthoxin popping out the ultimate. Doesn't land on anyone, but it looks like the rest of OSA is gonna be able to regroup as Test McQuiz gets taken out by the Sick Foch himself. But Mew Mew Kitty pushing forward as Slate getting into the foreground, making life difficult here for the Sick Foch. Niwu deciding not to challenge the Sonic Arrow, goes ahead and backs off as Nassif Khan starts building this forward position. Bravery getting ready for this next attack. Saikon looking for where to start in the speed boost. And right now, it looks like they're going to try to figure out where they're going to come into. Eternal now on the Doomfist. The Kamehameha comes out from Slate, looking for a pick, looking for something. Oh, and here comes the Graviton. Is this going to help? Zycon popping out the ultimate, and the 1-2 punch comes in. Sick Foch takes out Tex McQuiz, and right now, this could look very deadly here for OSA. Nassif Khan getting taken out by the Riddle. This could be deadly. Eternal up into the forefront, looking for another pick. Slade up top, maybe might be able to keep the dream going, but the Sun, keeping point presence, able to make it work. Tess McQuiz hopping in on the point, pops out the ultimate. Nassif Khan switches out. Is he going to make a triple kill? He managed to land the shot. This could be it, folks. We could be going in for a Game 5, and it is. Well done, OSA, managing to tie it up at the very end. We've got a Game 5, folks.
Woo! Wow, I'm super stoked for this one tonight, my man.
Overtime. Nihu, I don't even have words.
See, look, he's getting ready, so he's just doing a quiet.
Oh my god.
That hit like a ton of bricks. And he did the wave too.
With the simple howdy, you can never go wrong with the howdy. But 70% kill participation, mighty fine work here for the Southern Cowboy.
Nassif and Slate doing really well. The Sun, I gotta give props. 15,000. I mean, just really, really, really solid work as the Ana. But no, incredible defensive hold from OSA. Yeah, I got to give a lot to Slate. Really using those Kamehamehas to his advantage, really understanding when they needed to be popped, when he needed to look for specific targets. So I will say that OSA really found their footing at the very end there. And honestly, Niwu at the very end, popping out that triple kill, that really clutched out that last bit of that fight. So well done.
Absolutely. It was quite an impressive hold there from OSA, and they were able to keep up that kind of just aggressive counterplay against what the dive was really just trying to shoot for, which was to keep going onto that backline. But every time, just the main tank was just getting absolutely destroyed, and from there it was quite obvious that those switches needed to be made much sooner rather than just keep stalling it out for as long as you possibly can.
So right now we're 2-2. It's a tie between OSA and Monarch, which means we're going into overtime. Crunch, I have a question for you. We've seen the Doomfist dominate so far. How would you counter it? I know that we've had a McCree. Would you think a Sombra would be a good addition here? What would you do?
I'll make it very, very, very obvious, but it's quite obvious that whenever you have someone that has just a massive shield that can immediately just stun right into him, you just need a brunette goddess herself, Brigitte, just sitting there in the backline to just stop those kind of just humongous plays that a Doomfist can do. That kind of control and those kind of hard CCs just immediately stopping the Doomfist will absolutely put that kind of pressure onto the team, and they would have no idea how to follow up with those kind of picks as needed that Eternal can provide. So definitely Brigitte, or anybody that can immediately just have any form of hard CC, such as Greaves Flashbang. Reinhardt's stun, for example, is one of them. But from there, Brigitte is always just a solid counter against the Doomfist. Just always a beautiful pick to go up against him.
Awesome. Well, let's see if we see some more Doomfist in Game 5 and how they handle it. So we're going straight into Oasis. Final map of the night, tiebreaker. Let's do this, boys.
Man, girl, your French came out pretty strong. Oasis. It's Oasis.
Oh.
Can you not? Hey.
No. I'm saying if we can hit this boy here for his right nows, I'm hitting. Just saying.
I am right here doing my best. All I want is love.
You love my accent. You love my accent. Okay, just.
Are we talking about the map, or are we talking about the computer parts?
You see, I'm trying to figure that out too. But all right,
It's okay.
let's see what they go with. Mew Mew Kitty going in with the Bastion. I can hear Captain Jack from home, but will it be so? Probably not. We probably will not see a Bastion, and if we do, well.
Mew Kitty gave me some love to Bastion ever since the skin announcement earlier this afternoon.
Ready.
Oh, the one that looks like
Gift wrap Bastion. It actually looks really cute. Looks
it
really
does.
good.
You'd never think.
I love the little bow on his front. And you want to know what the bird is?
What?
A partridge.
In a pear tree.
It's so cute. I love it.
That being said, though, you'd never think that Bastion is just this incredibly destructive monster. That's how cute it is as a character.
I mean, from anything that the cinematic showed us is that the PTSD is very real within our Omnic friend, and just I have all mad respect for him keeping it up, and the relationship that Torb and all other characters have with Bastion is quite incredible.
Alrighty, but here they go in for the attack. Eternal looking to try to make his way forward as Nassif could be in a very bad spot with Mew Mew Kitty. Right now, OSA might be all over the Sick Fotch looking for picks, but the tanks on the side of OSA showing their dominance. The Sick Fotch still up into the sky. Mew Mew Kitty trying to do everything possible as Nassif Khan gets the kill on Eternal. OSA starting off strong on Oasis. Alrighty, and it looks like we're going to go ahead and get geared up again for this next offense. The Riddle still up front, trying to question where exactly they're going to go and how they're going to get there, but the pile driver comes in from Nassif. Nassif pops shield, manages to barely get out of there, swinging away, incredibly aggressive, but this could be relatively dangerous, and the ultimate comes out. Sick Botch has it already, takes out Mew Mew Kitty, but it doesn't seem like he can land on anyone else. Niwu just swinging away, trying to make work happen. Oh, and here comes the Mines trying to make something work. Niwu takes out the Sun as Zentoxin makes his way back. Eternal looking for a pick, looking for a win, and it doesn't look like it's going to happen. Monarch gonna have to go again for another reset at 50%. What do we got? Crunch Bite.
Like I was saying previously, just immediately the Brig was able to put that kind of attention towards the Doomfist, and from there it immediately shut down all the pressure that Monarch was putting out. So definitely for Monarch to be showing up with this kind of activity, definitely put that pressure on the Brig. She is a threat to be beckoned with. You have to be sure to keep her in check to be sure that she cannot do the things that she is currently doing, which is providing armor, team assistance, and above all else, hard CC to stop that Doomfist.
Ooh, Nassif Khan in the back line, being extremely annoying and disruptive, managing to make work, and here comes Nassif Khan using the Zentoxin going in for the ultimate, but Psycon popping out the shield just in time. Eternal taking out Slate, and it looks like OSA will not have their main up into the front lines. Eternal looking for a pick, and this could be relatively dangerous here for OSA as they try to hold it. Hammer down comes in, and Sick Botch comes out for whatever's left. Nassif pops out his ultimate, but it doesn't look like it's really going to hit anything. And right now, we're seeing more blue than red. Monarch managing to make it back, but at this point, they've got to hold it perfect, 99 to 0%.
Absolutely amazing gameplay this evening. Wouldn't you agree, Loftrex?
Oh my goodness, this is incredible play. I've seen these players, day in, day out. Nassif does a lot of, reviews, practice. So I'm giving a lot of props here to Slate, who once again is Chris Ramsey, for being able to keep out and keep up and being, you know, an incredible part of this team. But here they go, the cross Kamehamehas, looking for picks, looking for keep teams alive, and Eternal getting a pick on Asif Khan, pops out his ultimate as Saikon takes out Slate. Could this have been unnecessary? Maybe. And Monarch manages to hold it one more time, 40% to 99. They are slowly making their way up. All they need, they as in OSA, is one more fight. That's all they need to win this first point. But what do they need to do?
Definitely keeping up that pressure with the Brig, but from there it seems like Niwu wants to be sure he can establish that kind of dominance with the hit scan against Farah while playing McCree, while also providing a massive CC control, but let's just see how well it plays to his advantage.
Oh, and here they go, Niwu taking out the Sun. That's a solid first pick. Deep Khan popping out the ultimate. Braver could be in some trouble if he doesn't understand where he's at. Manages to mind sweep just a little bit. Sick Fox taking out Niwu, and the Kamehameha comes out from Slate, trying to keep the dream alive, trying to take out Saikon, trying to take out Sick Fox. Here comes the grab. It doesn't look like it hits just about anything though. Sick Fox managing to take out Dank Monkey, and the Asif Khan still keeping the dream alive, but more blue than red. 91%. It looks like Monarch might be able to make the reverse come back and happen. 97, and nobody on OSA can make it. That's gonna be a first point here for Monarch. Pressure is on for OSA.
You said it, my dude.
I feel like you just took a bite out of that Oreo pie.
My mouth is full of chocolate pudding.
You're so dumb.
Oh, thank you. I try so hard to impress you and Alex.
No, I'm gonna give this one to Star-Lord. You are really dumb. For real.
Oh, don't be siding with the Twitch chat. Remember, Twitch chat is a very, very volatile environment that can be swayed rather quickly due to just what is popular and what is hip.
Alrighty, and here they go. Bravery being incredibly aggressive directly on the OSA. Might be trying out a little something new here. Using the underside of the point to rush on in, completely negating Eternal. Niwu taking out Bravery rather quickly, but Riddle taking out Slate. This could be huge here for the side of Monarch. Question is, can they make it happen? Captains and Toxin up into the sky, really trying to keep pressure on. Asif Khan gets taken out, and that's going to be a point grab here for the side of Monarch. Oh, this could be relatively dangerous, and Eternal managing to make it back. It looks like OSA is going to have to go ahead and get ready. 10% on the clock. What you got here, Crunch?
As best quoted from Counter-Strike Global Offensive, are we rushing in, or are we going sneaky beaky like? And I guess it really played to their advantage because they were easily able to take that kind of point pressure. They were easily able to get those picks right onto the main tank, and then easily able to follow up on any of the picks that were immediately being postponed.
Alrighty, here they go. Niwu up into the front line, playing on and Eternal. But it looks like he's managing to back out of there. Saikon being an incredible asset, goes for the hammer down, doesn't land on anything. And the cross Kamehamehas are coming out. Can they land anything? Bravery going in for the hammer down, manages to land it on Niwu. Sick Botch up into the skies, looking for a pick. And Mew Mew Kitty still onto the points, got a Zarya on her butt. And this could be relatively dangerous. Slay trying to do everything possible to keep him up. And Eternal in the back line looking for a pick with Dank Monkey popping the ultimate. That's going to be a waste. Mew Mew Kitty still onto the point, keeping the point pressing. The Suns get taken out, and Bravery could be in a bad spot as Saikon still trying to keep the point presence, trying to keep everything going. And it doesn't look like OSA can get the pick just yet, but this could be a relatively powerful stagger, 78% to 0. What do we got, Crunch?
Mighty fine play in there from Mew Mew Kitty. Even though the amount of aggression that put out by the Riddle, just immediately shredding her down, the best thing for the Reinhardt to be doing at that moment is to just keep on swinging. That kind of damage output is incredible, especially being followed up by the Brigitte and the DPS.
Oh, and here comes the 1-2 punch using Slate, popping out the ultimate, swinging it up, and done. Good ult usage here for the side of OSA, using only 2. Still managing to keep Mew Mew Kitties and Niwus, and Zenthoxin trying to put a little pressure here on Eternal, but this could be relatively dangerous as Dank Monkey goes in for the clutch.
No!
Goes
I
in.
saw it. That wasn't a boop.
Oh,
that was definitely not a boop there.
well, he
But
was
that's
going-
alright. It's alright.
Oh, Eternal couldn't keep it going as he got booped a little too far. Sick Botch back up into the skies, and here comes the counter. Oh, this could be dangerous. Eternal not managing to land a kill. Zenthoxin bringing out the ultimate. Oh, lands on Eternal. And right now OSA showing their teeth, baring their fangs and biting down, taking down Bravery. And the Sun, oh, with a snipe from Mew Mew Kitty from downtown. Still keeping the dream going, 78 to 70%. They've got a little ways to go before they can get this point. This could go down to the wire, but it really depends on OSA. Can they keep Monarch on their toes? And here they go in one more time. Bravery starts getting himself ready. Psycon on the back line, helping him out. And they start pushing their way in. Dank Monkey goes in for the push backwards. Mew Mew Kitty still singing away, trying to decide where they're going to come in from. They've got to be careful. The Kamehameha comes out. Bravery in a bad spot, gets taken out. So does Psycon. They've got to be careful. And Slate really working the sides. Can they make this work? Another Kamehameha coming out from the Sun. This could be deadly. And the hammer down comes in from Mew Mew Kitty. Lands it on Eternal. And the Sun, the only one left. This might not be enough. Bravery comes back in. Hammer down. Could this work? Niwu popping out the ultimate. Slate taking out Bravery, taking out Psycon. Sick Botch the only one left. And ladies and gentlemen, this could be the hold. We've got one more for you. Please give us your hashtags. This is
not only are we going in overtime, but also round 3.
yeah. This is like double overtime. This is ridiculous.
Yes, I'm loving it.
So let's hear some cheers. Let's hear some love on the chat. This is for all the marbles.
Again, guys, make sure to give us a hashtag Monarch or OSA. Who are you rooting for? And start thinking about who your player of the match is.
For those of you voting for Chris, that is OSA. Give them some love, because here they go. 5 seconds for the attack. They've got to hurry up and decide how they're this work. And it looks like they're going for a 3-3 on OSA. Staying standard composition here on Monarch. Sick Botch starts off the attack by shooting up high, and it looks like Monarch is going to be considering to get the high ground. Sick Botch starts the initial attack as Eternal looks to the back line, seeing what he can cap off into the side. Niwu gets taken out quickly, and this is
So beautiful plays there. Absolutely astonishing. Damn it, my boy. Oh no!
He got through the threshold. He got to the threshold.
It was a little close for comfort, but it definitely was a good try. I'll give that one to the Chiefs.
And Eternal being the hero here, got about 2 or 3 boops there in initial shots. Almost 10% here, and it looks like Monarch is OSA doing some switches here, trying to switch out, trying to decide where they need to go, but they've got to be careful. Sick Botch just really on a roll here, looking for that W, looking for that victory. And Mew Mew Kitty back under the Reinhardt starts swinging away, 1v1 against Bravery, and now the Reinhardts are going at it. Sick Botch getting a solid position up top. Could this be dangerous? Mew Mew Kitty gonna go ahead and have to back out. And they're just swinging away. Bravery with a huge shatter. Is this going to be something to capitalize on? As Slate pops out the Kamehameha. Cross Kamehameha once again from the Sun. Here comes the ultimate from Eternal. Who's he going to land it on? It's going to be Slate, but manages to get out of there just in time. OSA still not able to figure out where they need to go from there. 1v1 against Eternal and Slate. Who's going to be able to handle it? Niwu backing out to help out. And here comes Niwu once again, coming to go in, help out with Riddle. Bravery gonna go ahead and get grouped up on. Sick Botch popping out the ultimate, lands on 2, breaks the shield. And Niwu still helping out Snikon in the backline, just being incredibly annoying. 60%. This could be dangerous. OSA not able to do much. Oh man. All right, they don't have much here, Crunch. What do they got?
My goodness, oh lordy, lordy, lord. Beautiful match we are just experiencing this evening. My Goodness gracious, oh me, oh my.
Down, Bessie. Alrighty, here
You
they
okay?
go.
Oh, you don't tell me how to be down. I'm young, I'm hip, I know what's with the kids. I know it's about the dabs and the yeets and the whoop.
Alrighty, here they go in with the ultimate. Doesn't look like it lands on anyone. Here comes the bomb. Is this going to work? Gets taken out by a car. Oh no, and the counter down comes in. Tank Monkey pops out the ultimate in overtime, but it doesn't look like OSA can find their footing. The Reinhardts clashed in the middle, but Sick Fotch still up into the sky. Zen and Niwu try to keep it going. Oh, and here comes the ultimate from Eternal. Lands it on Zen. Is about to get demicked. Deceived Khan tries to come in for the hold. Can he be able to make it? Looks like the rest of the team is going to collapse on him. He can't find a way out. Gets taken out. And right now, Slate hopping in onto the point gets taken out. And that will be Monarch on the final hold. Congratulations, guys. That was an incredible defense.
Oh, beautiful plays being shown by both teams. Absolutely tremendous gameplay just being shown by these wonderful players this evening.
So
Oh, my
3-2 for Monarch.
Oh,
Monarch
and,
takes the win in the Slate play of the match.
Ooh, well done, man.
Impressive.
Look at all that armor.
My
Beautiful.
God, so much that really went down. And folks, we have hit the end of the stream. Monarch coming out clutch, landing that last point. Sick Fotch and Eternal. I got to give it to him, especially with bravery up in the foreground. Just incredible work here from both teams. I'm really seeing the work. Monarch, as of right now, is still reigning supreme within the Plat division. So incredible work here done by them.
Right now, I just gonna give it to OSA. They had to adapt to a new player real fast, and I am impressed with not only the work that the team did as a unit, but also the work that Slate did tonight. Monarch is a hell of a challenge to go against. So good job to you guys. And again in the chat, give us a hashtag. Who is your player of the match tonight? And we're gonna start right ahead with you, Crunch.
Oh, I get to go first? Awesome.
Yes.
Is there any way that I can pull out the voice, or do I have to be professional about this? Just
Do whatever. Do whatever, dude.
My vote for the player of the match has definitely got to go towards Eternal. His Doomfist plays have been absolutely tremendous this evening. He's been keeping it up. He's been knocking people in the traffic off the map and definitely applying that background pressure onto the DPS. He did an absolutely fantastic job, and he's got my vote for this evening. He is more than welcome to come to Sesame Street.
So, quick translation for the people in the chat. His vote is for Eternal and his amazing Doomfist. We're gonna go right ahead with you, Lauchman.
All right. I could hear Sesame Street really about then as kind of like an angry message. I'm relatively scared. That and hearing Peeps clear his throat, I could tell it was hurting him just hearing it. So.
I didn't wet my throat enough. Sad.
Now that being said, though, I want to give some love, here for OSA. I think Niwu did an incredible job, just ridiculous. When he was popping off as a DPS, I really would have liked to have seen more of it, but definitely showed up during Eichenwalde. Maybe could have done a little bit more in Oasis. Not really 100% sure, but it did go down to the wire. They were all playing really great. So Niwu, you get it from me, man.
Right. What about you, Peeps?
I refuse tonight. There's too many. I do want to say there's a couple. Niwu is definitely on the top of the list. I mean, there were so many good plays. I think Brave too. And somebody just said in chat Zen for his flex game. I agree with that. I've played with Zen for a while, and I've always thought that, but he showed it tonight. So yeah, there's my top 3. How about that? I'll compromise with you.
Oh,
that's good enough for me, dude. Go ahead.
Alrighty, so Alex, what do you got?
I'm going. There's two people that I have in mind right now, and first of all, Eternal, your Doomfist was indeed really impressive and really annoying, and like I'm literally tilted watching you play, so I can imagine how it was like for OSA playing against you. Really good job on Doomfist. However, Nihu, dude, these devil's triggers, like, oh my god. I want to see more Nihu from now on. Who's rooting for that? Please let us know in the chat.
Yeah, we're seeing a little bit of love here for Chris Slate. We've got some love here for the Riddle, the Sun. Some love here for Bravery. Niwu also gets some love here from. There's Chris. Let me see here. Yeah, it's just incredible game all around. Just a lot of people just kicking around. Just so many good plays. And for those of you at home, yeah, we're bringing Chris out from the chat. Man, give us some thoughts on how your first game went.
Dude, that was intense. So we were running a lot of dotes. They seemed to counter that pretty well with their Doomfist, especially in the backline. Eternal was on my ass the entire game. He was good. I was trying my best to like keep at bay, but a few times. So thank goodness I got like the Brig in the backline helped me out. But he was definitely giving me a hard time. Niwu was coming through for us a lot, which was really nice to see. And I'd say like all in all, I mean, it was pretty close. Come down to the King of the Hill matches, I think like we had an edge because I think our goats was stronger than their goats, like on Busan, which is why I think we decided to run it at the end instead of dotes. But either way, like they're a really good team. I think we did really well too.
One thing that absolutely blew my mind was the switch towards attack Torb. What an amazing play on Volskaya. What was the thought process there? Just out of curiosity.
Yeah, I think it was the captain's extra bit of body damage towards the tanks. It worked out at first, but yeah, I think in the end, you know, it's just not too viable when they got like the long range game with the Far plus the Doomfist diving. So.
Right.
Still, that made you guys establish that point immediately and take that objective towards yourselves, even if it was just for that first point. That is a very hard push to try and establish, especially with that kind of flexibility, but still very impressive.
Yeah, definitely. They got a very intimidating defense when it comes to Volskaya, I gotta say that.
And Chris, my question for you, you play a lot of competitive. So competitive versus organized gaming like this, like with a team against a team, what's the difference?
I definitely hear what like the Overwatch people say when they say, "Oh, competitive is meant for like more relaxed gameplay when you get home from work and that type of thing." And to which a lot of people were like, "Hell no, competitive is where it's at." And I've never sweat so much during a match of Overwatch. Like my hands are clammy, my heart's beating. Like it's way more intense than any competitive I've played. Even like LFG 6-manning it has nothing on this.
Well, man. I'm glad you enjoyed it. What's up, man?
Oh, I was just gonna say, just from me myself, you did an absolutely wonderful job, and especially with you playing around with the flex picks as such. But yeah, if there's any way that you could always just stick around or even come around and just keep playing within these environments, there's always more and
we'd
more
definitely love to. We'd definitely love to for sure.
Like you're
I got a lot to learn. That's for sure.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
The team put me in check a few times, and they were right. So I got a lot to learn, and I'm looking forward to it.
I believe Crunch is offering some coaching right now, aren't you, Crunch?
Right.
I am just here as a non-biased Grandmaster Brig abuser that just very excited to see new and up-and-coming players join the Overwatch Cavalry Club.
Yeah, right on.
Nothing about being biased.
Alrighty, folks,
Awesome.
we have hit the end of the round, or the end of the games, really. I want to thank Chris Ramsey for joining us here. Hopefully we'll be seeing more of you through the weeks to come. Just want to bring out a quick announcement. We do have the All-Star game coming up within the next few weeks. So please, if you haven't voted yet in the Discord, please do so. So that way we can have our players, understand where they're coming, how they're coming, and so on and so forth. Also keep in mind that this is going to be a special stream, not just because it's the last one of the year, but because we're going to be donating whatever we do get from that to nonprofit we're looking at something maybe to the people of California who did suffer a little bit more. See if we could do anything to kind of relieve their issues, especially since the fires did affect them so close to the holiday season. As I say always, what's up?
For anyone who is interested in joining the Overwatch Cavalry Club Scrims, all the links are in the description below. Oh, thank you, Jacob, for the Twitch Prime. I'm sorry, I can't focus on two things at once. Yeah, all the links are below. Player application, coach application. We're always looking for more people to have with us. We will be ending the year with the All-Star, as Lautrix said.
Can I throw something in on top of that, Alex?
Go ahead.
As a active member of the community, the one thing I definitely gotta say is that if you're ever at all interested and you just need a little bit of extra oomph just to figure out what's going on with those competitive games and maybe with that solo queue, or even just trying to look for a team environment, Overwatch Cavalry Club has an amazing set of people and an amazing community to follow up with. We have coaches that are easily able to help you on your schedule to be sure to help you figure out what problems are going on. From there, just making sure to adjust and just rather fix the problems. And you always can have a ton of friends, a lot of backup, and above all else, a friendly competitive environment to always have a grand old time in. So I'm just saying that as just a non-biased. But I felt like that is definitely something, and for the players this evening, they did an absolutely tremendous job. Everyone played their hearts out. It was a very close match, playing up to game 5 and even playing up to 1-1 on Oasis, but at the end of it all, Monarch still took it away with the victory. But I still think that they are two powerful plat teams that are doing very well against each other. And I gotta say, I gotta give a little bit of a clap towards both the teams this evening. Very nice job towards everybody that played this evening.
Right, and as Lautrix mentioned, we will be ending the year with the All-Star Tournament on the 22nd of December. It's going to be amazing night. I really recommend you guys tune into that. We're also going to be taking a short break of 2 weeks during the holidays. Give it time for everyone to just breathe, take it slow, enjoy the holidays. But we will be back next year also with some new stuff. Who knows?
Right.
But until then, make sure to go to the player application right down below if you want to sign up. Tell your mom, tell your dad, tell your uncle. I just stole your line, Lautrix. Go ahead.
Hey,
She got me, dang
quick
it.
shout out to Charby too. As Foch said in the chat, she made Monarch's new logo. She made the graphics that you see on the stream, the seasonal graphics, as well as our logo. So yes, I agree with Foch. Thank you, Charby. Good work. And anybody who needs stuff
And
done,
thank
you
you,
should go
Chris.
to her and pay her for it. Don't expect it to be free.
Thank you, Chris, for the cheers as well. So we're going to wrap it up, guys. This is all for tonight. 3-2 for Monarch. Close games. Amazing work, everyone.
All right, guys, remember to apply. I have been Lautrix.
And I am Crunchbite.
And I'm Alex, and we will see you on Monday.